This is an exciting time to be studying campaign finance. Recently, the Supreme Court issued a major landmark decision in a case known as Citizens United. In that decision, the Supreme Court granted corporations rights that they had not previously had in recent memory. Specifically, it granted corporations, as well as unions, the ability to spend money out of their own treasuries to advocate on behalf of the election or defeat of a candidate. This activity had been prohibited under existing law because of a fear that corporations and unions would have an undue influence on the political process. The court ruled that the First Amendment protected the ability of corporations and unions to speak their minds, essentially, on the issues of the day and the candidates of the day. When the Supreme Court considers First Amendment cases, it places a very high burden on the government to demonstrate why a restriction on people's ability to speak is necessary. There has to be what's known as a compelling governmental interest in restricting free speech. So, for instance, there's an interest in preventing people from yelling fire in a crowded theater because of the unnecessary panic that could create. There's a safety issue there, something that the government can legitimately address. On the other hand, telling individuals who collectively have formed corporations when and how they can petition their government, and when and how they can speak about elections, seems different to the court because that appears to be the government telling individuals how and when they can speak about politics, and being able to speak and express your political views is one of the most fundamental aspects of the First Amendment. When the Supreme Court decision was issued, there were some pretty dramatic claims made on both sides about what would happen in the political process. Some argued that corporations would take over the running of campaigns, and that elected officials would be beholden to large corporate interests because they would be flooding the airwaves with ads and other campaign spending. These claims are, for the most part, overblown. Corporations ultimately have as their primary goal making money. For-profit corporations want to make money. They care about politics only in the sense that politics and the decisions politicians make can help them make money. They're not going to be spending millions of dollars in every congressional race or spending millions of dollars trying to elect somebody to the town council. They have a business to run, and the decision to participate in the process is going to be a strategic one that they have to make very carefully because of the concerns that could be raised by candidates, by the public, by the press if they're perceived to be trying to have an undue influence on the process. So certainly corporations have newfound freedoms that they didn't have before, but it's not clear that that's going to mean that somehow the voice of the average citizen is going to be drowned out by corporate spending.